Hey guys, Paradox here. Today I've got an exciting unboxing for you guys from SpeedCubeShop with the new DaYan TengYun V2 M, the Spring Speedcube, and a couple of other things. So let's check them out. So let's start off with the TengYun V2 M. Looks like a pretty standard box. It's better than what DaYan used to have, so it's nice to see that they're upgrading their whole experience. I believe DaYan has been coming out with some cubes recently, but I haven't tried any of them. This is the first DaYan, recent DaYan cube that I'll be trying, and yeah, even looking at this logo is so nostalgic. It reminds me of my very first speed cube ever, the Dayan Tangyun. Alright, in the accessories box we get a little screwdriver to change the tensions. Oh, an interesting looking core. This is probably a tool to change tensions or spring compression stuff. This is another screwdriver, flathead, and we get some springs as well, and another set of springs. Alright, here it is. So it's got this half bright stickerless color scheme. The plastic is a little semi-gloss finish. It's kind of half matte. So it feels very sandy, smooth, and it's an extremely quiet cube. It also feels a little bit slow, almost like this hasn't even been lubed. It feels quite stable. It's not locking up, it's not catching or anything, and it seems fluid, but it just seems very slow, like the material just isn't that fast. So the magnet module looks pretty cool. It's got 3 different magnet strengths in there, so 1, 2, 3 you can see on there, and then you get the flathead screwdriver to change the strength, and it's pretty easy. You can change it without even taking the cube apart. So that is set to 1, 3, and this is 2, I think. Yep. Taking a look inside, there's a very interesting mechanism we have here to change the spring compression and the core elasticity. You'll see there's a hexagon inside of this outer octagon. They both have numbers on them. The octagon, I'm pretty sure, is to adjust the spring compression, because you can use this tool, and the outer part of it is for the octagon, the inner part, the smaller part, is for the hexagon. So the octagon adjusts your spring compression, and the hexagon is for your core elasticity. It's the distance that your centerpiece will be allowed to move, whereas the spring compression will change how difficult it is to actually move that distance. It'll change the force that's required, which will change the flex and the tensions that we usually call of the cube. So yeah, on the octagon you'll see you got 0 to all the way to 1.5. 0 is loose feeling compression settings, and if you basically, to change this, you push it down, then you rotate to the one you want, and you just let go, and now it's set to 1.5. The red side is set to 1.5. The orange side by default is set to 0. So 0 is looser. As you can see, the orange flexes more than the red side, and 1.5 is the tightest. Then if you want to change the core elasticity, you can use the hexagon part of the tool, and all you have to do is press down, and you'll notice that the actual screw stays the same, but what number the screw points to, there's a little notch on the screw, that changes. So now it's set to 1.2. It'll just lock in there, and we can move it over 1. Now it's set to 1. So yeah, it's a very interesting design. I'm pretty sure the inner one is core elasticity, the outer one is spring compression. I'm not 100% sure, but from what I can tell, that seems to be right, because no matter what you change the inside one to, you don't really notice a difference when you flex the cube. And remember, you also get this additional spring, so there are a lot of extra settings and things, like probably even way too much. I don't even need that much customization on my cubes personally. My first thoughts are that it's an alright cube out of the box. It definitely needs to be set up. It's not just ready to go. It's not very fast out of the box. That's the main issue. It has to be set up. It needs to be lubed, and I'm gonna have to play around with the tensions to figure out what works for me. But yeah, you have a lot of customization in this cube. It feels high quality, and I love the feel of it. Alright, next let's take a quick look at the YuXin Little Magic M 2x2. So here we go. And out of the box, this 2x2 seems excellent. It's fast, it's not too loud and scratchy feeling, it seems like a normal feeling 2x2. The magnet strength is medium, it's not too bad. The only thing that we see nowadays is that with budget cubes you don't get a lot of customization like you get with a cube like the TengYun. It feels like an excellent 2x2. I'm not an expert in 2x2, it's not something that I practice very often, but honestly I would highly recommend this to everyone. If you're, especially for all my beginner friends out there, if you're looking to get maybe your first 2x2 or just a decent 2x2 that you can practice getting really fast on, you can easily get really fast on a cube like this. But for the price, you can't really go wrong with this at all. It's an excellent 2x2. The only thing about this is I kind of don't really like the color scheme. I don't know, there's something wrong with this red. But overall, great 2x2, I would highly recommend. Next, a quick look at the Spring Speedcube. So if you don't know already, SpeedCubeShop comes out regularly with different holiday cubes, and I don't think they've done the spring one yet. I think this is the first time they're doing it. They've got the Halloween one, the Christmas one, I think they did a Valentine's one recently, and this is now the spring one. It gives me a lot of Easter vibes. There we go, now it's moving. But overall, great cube. If you have the other holiday speed cubes, I would highly recommend getting this one just to add to your collection. And finally, let's try out the QiYi Spot Cube. Looking forward to this. It looks like a very fun cube to play with. I think David Pitcher was the one that designed this. It's got his logo on it. I really love the stickers on this. It looks great. Let's turn this. Interesting. And it's got some sort of clicking mechanism there. I wonder if that's ball bearings or if it's actually magnetic. Yeah, it looks like it's ball bearings, you can see right there. Okay, it looks fairly scrambled. Let's see if I can solve this now. Okay, so now I just have to rotate these centers. Okay, there we go. So yeah, it's like the obvious common sledgehammer algorithm that you use in Scubes. It's just a little bit different from Scubes. But yeah, very cool puzzle. It's also very cheap, so if you just wanted to try it out, see how fun it is to solve, then you might as well go for it. It's very affordable, and the build quality is excellent. It's a very high quality puzzle. I especially like that they added ball bearings. I like the clicking feel that it gets. It helps align it, and it's very smooth. Alright guys, so that was it for my unboxing. Let me know if you want to see a full review on the Dayan TengYun V2M. It's got a lot of features, and I might spend a lot of time with it trying to set it up and see what it is and see how good it turns out to be. So let me know if you're interested in seeing a video on that. Don't forget to leave a like and turn on notifications for my future videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.